gang is on the run.
I didn't murder him.
Well, then who did?
He's out of control.
Now they must figure out who murdered Lotso, or perish. Toy Story. Gang War.
What's up, creators? I'm Nico from ProductionCrate.com. I think we can all agree that the Toy Story films are one of the best film franchises in history. They're funny, they're charming, they're heartbreaking, they kicked off Pixar, and they have a lot of action sequences. So what we're gonna do is comb through all the Toy Story films, take those action scenes and enhance them with some VFX, and cut all the footage together into a trailer for Toy Story Gang Wars.
Most of my shots were of Woody unwillingly committing atrocities. This shot I actually made less gruesome. In the original, he was holding Bo Peep's severed arm. Yikes! This next shot is Woody standing over the lifeless bodies of his friends. I used content-aware fill to remove Woody and the Magazines. Woody and the Magazines, that's a good band name, I just need a bassist. And then I used Rotobrush 2 to put Woody back in. Now Rotobrush 2.0 is a beta feature, but as a beta myself, I figured I would give it a shot and it worked great. Now the reason I took Woody out and then put him back in is because if I had just left him there, then instead of filling in the area of the magazine with bits of carpet, the content-aware fill would have filled it with carpet and bits of Woody, which would have been gruesome. I found some 3D models of Jesse and Bullseye, and I sent those on over to David so that he could use 3ds Max to contort them into dead, lifeless positions, you know, so I could ruin his childhood instead of mine. So then I just loaded those up in Element 3D, and then I used a spotlight so I can match the shadows. We even added some bullet holes from Graphics Crate onto the textures. Is this even okay? What are we doing? How is this legal? I gotta go.
I have to admit, I am a fairly lazy person. I didn't do very much work when it came to this video. Mostly Adrian, David, and Nico pulled all the heavy lifting. I did, however, do this sandstorm shot. This was using of course, the sandstorm effect from FootageCrate.com. I just used the tritone effect and curves to match the color of the scene to make it a little more believable, and tracked it in using the 3D camera tracker inside of After Effects. I also used my favorite effects on FootageCrate.com, which are these tornado accent effects. I also used a few of these to make it look like they're going up the side of the mountain a little bit, which increase in opacity as the sandstorm comes closer to the camera. The 3D toy was found on, I think, Sketchfab or Turbo Squid, and that was just comped in there using Element 3D.
Adrian, who killed Lotso?
I think it was Forky, dude.
Why?
He's so squirrely, look at him.
The truck bomb shot was actually pretty easy. I just used the ultimate explosions from Footage Crate, and those did most of the heavy lifting. Those assets are actually pretty special, so expect a tutorial on those coming soon to the main Production Crate channel. It's over there.
I also did this shot of the Droogs leader, Alex, what's his name?
Delarge.
Alex Delarge from A Clockwork Orange. I didn't know the best way to track it, but I ended up just masking around his face and using the 3D camera tracker, and that worked like a charm. I was able to import a top hat from, I think, Sketchfab or Turbo Squid, one of those two, and a body from Fuse, which I edited and just chopped the head off in Cinema 4D, imported that into Element, and used the 3D camera tracker information. I also used EB Synth for the first time, which is a free software, which is like a style transfer software, and it's really, really awesome. I used it to change the color of his eyes from green to blue. It's a really subtle effect, but honestly, it worked out insanely well. And this is free software, so if you guys aren't using it, make sure to go check it out.
Nico.
What?
Who do you think killed Lotso?
Me.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
'Twas Beauty who killed the beast.
No, I didn't mean it. I didn't.
For the shot of Lotso getting shot, I shot some practical floof bursts, and that made a really fun sound.
Is that how we look on the inside?
We snuck in a bunch of movie references and Crate Easter eggs, including graffiti tags made by Chris and Adrian and David and myself. See if you can find them all.
So for the Etch-a-Sketch shot, all I did was I meticulously drew out the picture using a single path, spacing it very, very evenly, only using right angles, just up, down, across, for hours and hours. I missed my cat's birthday. No, I'm just kidding. I just found an app. It was the easiest shot in the whole thing. Also, as it turns out, I don't even have a cat. You wanna pet my new cat? That's not a cat.
As I mentioned before, I didn't do very much on this project, so I'm gonna help David break down his shots. He's all the way in England and I'm here, so why not? David blurred the background to fake diffusion of the smoke and fire. He also darkened it and added these fake illuminations to really accent the fire. After that, he added in the looping fire assets, which you can find on footagecrate.com. And of course, he added tons and tons of glow.
Who do you think killed Lotso?
Who did it?
Lotso? I don't know. Who do you think killed Lotso? I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't do it. You let us know who you think killed Lotso in the comments below. Who done it? Who done it? I think it was the pig.
For the Mad Max shot, I used this broken down car model that I found on Render Crate, but the car that I was replacing is a convertible. So I just took that into Blender and I selected all of the polygons that were on the top and I deleted them. And I figured the jagged edges that were left behind could look like torn up metal. Now, is this lazy and janky? Yes. But does it match the aesthetic that I was going for? Also, yes. But then I thought that just having the car tracked in didn't really have enough movement, so I added an engine block to the front of it that I could wiggle around to add some sympathetic movement. Now, is this engine block in the proper orientation? I don't know. Am I losing sleep over it? Yes, I am.
What's my line?
You lying?
It's only a matter of time before they find you, cowboy.
Is this part of your normal creative process?
To truly become a character, you have to hold a character in your hand.
I told you I didn't murder him. I told you I didn't murder him. No!
To infinity and beyond. This is actually really helpful.
The fork, Woody. You must find the fork.
Playtime is over.
Witness me! Witness me!
Aw, he's going to Valhalla.
He's going Valhalla.
If you guys want to see the full trailer, you can check it out up here at our main Production Crate channel. This idea was inspired by a comment from Determined Terminator T800. If you have any ideas for what other kind of videos you'd like to see, leave a comment down below. If you want to see more breakdowns like this, subscribe to the Craters, and don't forget to make it awesome.